Well, it is no secret that facilities play a huge role in the success of Summit League schools. You got the dorms and the labs and the classrooms and the libraries and the fitness centers. But you also got to have these days the right arenas and the diamonds and the fields for the athletes and the fans to come watch. One of the latest projects in the league is in Indianapolis, where they are fixing up a new home for IUPUI basketball. Starting in the 2014 season, the Jags will play their home hoops at the Fairgrounds Coliseum. IUPUI played there back in the late 70s, and they will play there again after an extensive renovation is completed. The Fairgrounds Coliseum will hold just under 7,000 fans for men's and women's home basketball games. The Jags, in the meantime, will play one more season in the 1,200-seat Jungle until they move into the new digs in 2014. You can go to IUPUIJags.com to see more about the new old basketball facility at IUPUI. In Fargo, North Dakota, meanwhile, they are turning an old hallowed home of the football team, Dakota Field, into a new home for the women's soccer team.
Well, I think what happened when we were able to get that additional turf for the practice field for football, that opened this up with a lot more flexibility in terms of usage. Current soccer field does not have the correct in-stay size. It's grandfathered in. But they started when Mark Cook came in. He was a new coach. Started looking at some options with the new turf. We said, you know what? Let's see what it would cost to maybe dress it up a little bit. And we found out that the expense was not over the top. We could do some minor things, put a new scoreboard in, fix the bleachers. We found out that the sound of the stadium was structurally sound, which was an issue. We concerned. Found out it not to be a concern, that it is fine. And so we're putting a few dollars in it, and then soccer will compete over here, which will give them a great opportunity.
First and foremost is, the turf field. It's a consistent surface. It's 120 by 75, so it's nice and big. And I think the other thing is coming over here where the fans can be on top of the field. When you have a track between you and the fans, the fan experience isn't great. Now our fans will be right up next to the field. I'm excited to, try to build a fan base and give them a better environment to come and cheer on the Bison.
Well, yeah, I think it helps a lot. And if you ask Mark and some of his recruits that he got in this past year, that was when this discussion began, and they showed this as a potential. I think soccer likes the full-size field. They play on that in a lot of places they go. So now they'll be able to practice and compete on the full-size field. The turf's in great shape.
Planning on starting the season over here. The process should be done pretty soon. They're painting the bleachers as we speak. The press box is close to done. We've got some little minor logistical things, some signage and stuff we've got to work on, and of course getting our equipment over here. But we're planning on opening up preseason out here. We like to train here at least once a day during preseason. Probably our morning session on the turf and our afternoon session on the grass. But we're expecting to be here by August 7th.
Well, Dakota Field was home to Bison football until 1992. They still use it for football practice, but the women's soccer team will start using it for games this fall. When we come back, a look ahead at the Summit League season to come with a word from Commissioner Tom Duple, and a look back at the Summit League season just done in our championship rollout.